I was to just maybe throw myself a little tiny pity party for a minute there because things weren't working out and my timing. And like sometimes when your timing's not working out, you're just like, okay, screw it. Like, guess I just won't do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Just give it up. Like it's not working.
Yeah. So I'm just not going to do whatever. Other times it's like this resounding fact that no, really, this is not your time right now. And you have to like find gratitude and come through that. And then there's times where it's like, it's here, but you're going to have to work for it. So how's that pity party going for you? Is it working out? It's every party has a pity, and the pity of this party is me.
Here's the deal. We're two moms that we popped babies out in our 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. It was hard.
It's also the best thing that's ever happened to either one of us.
Yeah, but now we're moms in our 40s.
In our 40s.
With preschoolers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Let's bring the community together of women.
All the moms, 40, 20.
And also, like, let's just talk about, like, real shit. Real life, real women shit.
Yeah, real women shit. Let's do that.
Shit's hard. And also, it's funny. Life is funny.
Let me just pull my bush out of my bush.
Cheers!
Cheers! Unfiltered.
Because if you want a show, we're a shit show. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome.
Hello, here we are. Cheers. Woo!
I'm Cal.
I'm Megs.
And we are Mature-ish Mamas, Life Unfiltered, talking to you about life unfiltered.
We unfiltered it.
We unfiltered.
It was filtered and then we poured all the shit back in there.
I started noticing on podcasts how like, and we did not research any of this, but like unfiltered, unsomething like is such like a catchphrase right now.
Ooh.
I think we started it.
We did.
It has to be.
We definitely
If you know
We're
any
starting
other
all
show.
the trends.
Yeah. So Denver Zoo shirts, they're coming in strong. Sorry, Denver Zoo, about the surplus of orders, the flux of orders coming in hot. Get ready for it.
Sorry. A line around the corner trying to get into the Denver Zoo.
To get your shirt.
Yep. From the 1990s. Volunteer shirt.
That's right.
She did volunteer at the Denver Zoo, though, and that's so awesome.
Our auntie did. She sure did. Auntie, grandma.
Auntie, grandma.
Have you ever volunteered anywhere? That wasn't
involuntarily.
I was going to say that wasn't required. It doesn't matter. It's still volunteering, even if you were voluntold.
Yeah, voluntold to do it.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. That's all she's going to share. I volunteered. We had to have certainly so much hours for our, to graduate from DU.
Oh.
So we did our different hours, and I like worked in a soup kitchen and one that like specifically worked with HIV clients. And I think we like picked up trash, because who doesn't? I mean, I volunteer because I pick up trash everywhere I go because there's just trash everywhere.
Same. I do too. Yep.
Ridiculous.
Johnny and I did volunteer. We would make lunches for homeless and then take them out to the homeless people during the day. And that was like a big group that would do that. So, and that was not told to do. We would do that one sometimes. It was so cute.
Yeah.
And the guy who did it, he was like he became like super successful and very rich, but he started out as a homeless person. So we would make things that he was like, when I was homeless, I didn't want another bottle of water, or I didn't want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, I know that like you don't want to be ungrateful or not take what's given to you. But he's like, but I know when we go out there and here's a sack lunch. So all the kids would color on the lunch bags. They had like a kid station.
Yeah.
And then we would make like ham and cheese sandwiches or turkey sandwiches. And then the Girl Scouts of America, they always donated a bunch of cookies. And then we'd give them a soda and some chips.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I could see that. And that's an interesting thing to think on both sides of it, where it's like, no, here, like this is your healthy, easy, cheap, whatever. But it's like, this is what I've had for so long. Like this ham sandwich is so damn delicious. Thank you.
I know.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Look at cool. You are a volunteer. I'm going to get you a sandwich volunteer shirt. You're welcome. There's probably more of those, but anyhow.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're here today. Just one of those mornings.
Yep.
Sometimes you have those. Mm-hmm. Megan didn't sleep last night for the 409th in a row.
Yep. Going on 5 years.
Yeah. And Caston's only 3.5. Mind
he's
you,
only
so
3.5.
So that's fun. But she showed up and she opened her eyes when she got here. So that's cool.
Yeah, Caston drove us. So
Thanks, Cass. That's why you got here so quick. He probably took like a spaceship or something. He's like, Mom, let's take the spaceship.
Let's get my rocket.
Oh my gosh, the kids were watching Polly Pocket yesterday. It's like a show. Do you remember Polly Pockets?
Oh, yes, 1,000%.
I was like, wait, is this Polly Pocket? And then Quincy always kind of gets nervous, like it's a girl show. Like, am I gonna get like, yeah, oh yeah. I'm like, dude, Polly Pockets were the best ever. And like, who doesn't want to imagine being a little tiny person that can just like have their own fortress in your hand and you just put them in your pocket and you can go anywhere. Bing.
It's like a little kid compact.
Sometimes we want to be our kids compact, don't we?
Yeah.
Like you want to like just be in their
your
pocket.
Yep.
And just take me so I can just listen to all the crazy shit you say all the time.
And just all the fun you're having with your
Yes.
friends. And yeah, who doesn't want to be a choking hazard for children?
See, and she's still alert enough to think of those things, you guys.
It's just the way my brain works.
Good job. That a girl.
Blessing and a curse, probably. Yep, that
it.
feels good, huh?
I love it. It's beautiful. So I am, Megs, getting ready to go back and do something I haven't done for 4 años.
Whoa, that's cool.
4 años. And it makes me think about a couple different things. I was thinking about this morning how I found myself in a little bit of I was just maybe throwing myself a little tiny pity party for a minute there because things weren't working out and my timing. And like sometimes when your timing's not working out, you're just like, okay, screw it. Like, guess I just won't do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, just give it up. Like, it's not working.
Yeah. So I'm just not going to do whatever. Other times it's like this resounding fact that no, really, this is not your time right now. And you have to like find gratitude and come through that. And then there's times where it's like, it's here, but you're going to have to work for it. So how's that pity party going for you? Is it working out? It's every party has a pity and the pity of this party is me. That's not how that actually goes. That's not it. So this is the story. My husband, Mr. John Carroll, he recently decided he's a golf pro. Mm-hmm. He went golfing. I don't think I talked about this yet on here, right? Mm-mm. I mean, it's only been like 2 weeks. He went to San Diego, not the San Diego Zoo, but just San Diego for a golf tournament. No, it was for a soccer tournament. But what did he do?
Golf tournaments.
That's right. Golf. I have 2 games, and then the other 7 days, I'm going to play 18 holes when I haven't picked up a golf club in approximately 18 years. Ready, go. And then he comes home and he's like, babe, I'm a golfer now. And I'm like, that's so cool. We still have 4 kids and golf takes 6 hours around. Like, let's just do some math here. I'm with the babies all the time, but you're going to take 6 hours a day. Okay, I get it. 4.5 hours if you're going quick. Don't try to like judge me on that. But it's 6 hours when it's John Carroll and the majority of you men out there.
Yeah.
We know.
It's 6.
Yeah. And you got to do the clubhouse before and after, maybe hit some balls. Maybe it turns into 8. You're not really sure. Depends on if you want to go back home to the family or not, you know?
Yeah. Depends on how things were when you left.
Yeah. How mad your wife was that you think you're a professional golfer now. So he's decided this is what he does. So he's getting all of his new stuff so he can go all the time. And we had previously talked about how I'm getting to this stage, and Megs, we can relate to some of this too, because I was thinking about some of the reels your husband has been sending you lately.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is leading to that. How like I'm getting to the point where chemo hangover is dissipating. We've started this project, which has been our passion project for the first half of the year. Mm-hmm. It's been so fun. And it does take up the majority of our extra time in our parenting worlds, being our stay-at-home moms, without really feeling like we're just sitting our kid on the couch and having them watch their tablet while we work or do something else.
Right.
So this has been like our passion project, but it's getting to that point where I'm like, okay, it's time for us to really start to figure out how we're going to help all of you guys in even a greater way, which brings me back to my stomping grounds, my roots of the physical and health pieces of supporting women to really step into their most confident selves, their most joyous selves, deciding not to live their pity party life, but to live their best life. Because every party has how does it really go? Every pity has a party and every poop. Oh, it is a pooper party.
Pooper.
Every pooper has a party and the party has this pooper. That's wrong too. Okay.
I don't know that one. What?
Every party has a pooper and the pooper of this party is Megan. You've never heard somebody say that to you?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
I've never been a party pooper.
And she says she knows music. Snoop Dogg probably has a rendition of that song. I bet.
Send it our way.
Send it our. We want to hear the pooty
Party pooper. Pooty part pooper dada.
Oh, you guys are welcome for this episode in arrears, not in advance.
In arrears.
Not sure why, because I feel like they've already watched so much. So they're already in it. So.
You can't get out now. We locked the door. You're stuck in here with
no
us.
way you can press pause.
Listen, you have to listen to all this crazy.
And, take it off 2 times right now. Put it back on 1.
Yeah.
Listen to it in real time.
Put it back on 1.
I just can't with the 1 speed. I just can't. I feel like I'm like, it's just, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is listening to
1
people
speed.
in 1 speed.
Hurry it up. Let's get it going. Let's go. Come on.
My brain operates
in
in 4
things to do
speed.
today.
So back to the subject at hand, talking about supporting women and really like finding their greatest joy, health, all of these different things, like picking up their confidence. So in that, one of the pieces is going back to one of my roots of just supporting people with positive nutrition, which just became kind of a turnoff to me, you guys, honestly, when I was going through Witten's diagnosis, because I had been from a state of coaching like thousands of people to like get cut arms and cut abs and like really like feel super damn sexy. And then I'm like, but my kid has cancer. Like, who cares about 6 packs? Like, there was like this disconnect for me cut that cord for a while. And even when I've tried to like step back into it, I'm like, ew, like I just don't like it. And I've had some talks with myself lately because me and myself have to have chats.
Gal around, Cals.
Yeah. All you cows, come on in here, sit down right here next to me. Let's just chat about some stuff. Some people are in a stage of their lives where what they need is a focus on their physical health, and they need to know how to take a vitamin and what it means to eat a protein versus a carb versus a fat. And they need that confidence piece in their lives. And that's what supported me in getting through, let's be straight about it, probably for almost 4 years, 3.5 years of not taking the best care of myself, not sleeping, being stressed. But I had prepped my body in such a way that I had a structure that could handle that. Like, I had built enough muscle and taken care of my heart and all my parts that I feel like I'm just starting to fall apart again.
Yeah. The wheels are starting to come off. And I think that it's important to address, like, it's not, I think the attraction back to it for me and probably for you now too, is that we're not here to help people get 8 packs and cut arms. And it's like, because we're coming from a space of being a mom, I would love to feel not tired. I would love to feel like I'm feeding my body nutrients and not just eating leftover mac and cheese because it's in the pot on the stove, or, like the ways that it's like, I want to be able to help other women, especially other moms, be like, here, feed your body, because when your body is working in unison, like it's hard to go wrong. It's
right.
like you just start to feel better. Everything just starts to stack on top of each other. It's like, okay, now I have all the nutrients I need. So now I'm sleeping better. So now I'm happier. And I treat everyone in my life a little bit better. And I'm not yelling at my kids so much because I'm not like so burnt out and overwhelmed from getting 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah. And underfed too. Like,
underfed, hangry.
Nutrient wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like taking care of our minds and our bodies in such a way that we can show up our best. And I love how you state that, though, because I think some people, they like disconnect those two. And I had too, because I'm like, who cares about this? But it's like, no, the better that we take care of ourselves, the better we can take care of them. And I think also for us mature-ish moms, really diving into taking care of ourselves through this good old perimenopause.
Looking to elevate your wellness routine naturally? Kind Botanicals offers plant-based solutions crafted in Loveland, Colorado, blending premium hemp extracts with functional mushrooms to support stress relief, cognitive function, and balance. Their products are 100% natural, effective, and lab-tested for purity. Plus, they're committed to sustainability as proud members of 1% for the Planet. Feel good naturally with Kind Botanicals.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just heard it called, cougar.
Oh, training. Something like that. I saw
cougar,
it too.
Like when you get your first period, what is that? Like cougar, like puberty.
Puberty. Cougar puberty.
Say that 5 times fast.
Cougar puberty. Cougar puberty. Cougar puberty.
Cougar puberty. Yep.
That's awesome.
Because that's what we're hitting the cougar.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
We're
great.
hitting cougar puberty.
Good job.
And this is where if you're here, if you're listening, you got little babies, and you're probably mature-ish. Those babies are going to grow up, and where are you going to be in your physical health? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to just be like, okay, I did it, throw the towel in, now I'm going to sit here and just eat potato chips and watch my telenovelas?
My telenovelas with my cheese dip.
You know, you want to feel good because you got a lot of life to live still.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm going to be, if my son has kids when I had kids, I'm going to be 80 when I have my first grandkid. So I better
taking good care of herself.
Whoop, badass.
Whoop,
badass.
She'll be driving a little sports car.
Badass.
Cassie's gonna be like, Mom, knock it off.
Turn that shit off. My kids can't listen to that anymore. So, you know, like it's like a foundation.
Yeah.
That maybe, I mean, I'll tell you, I'm getting started later than, you know, most people, but I'm starting to lay that foundation and I already feel better. I know I'm not sleeping. That has to do with like outside things, but and I've slept better since that.
Since you've started,
So,
yeah. Because when we were talking about starting to bring this back into all of us, Megs is like, just, you know, Cal, like this will be my first time. I'm just starting this whole taking care of my body. But that's untrue because you take vitamins. You do take vitamins.
Yes,
Sorry.
I do. I take vitamins.
Trying to think of what else.
I take vitamins and I sometimes drink water. That's correct. Yes. No, this is my first time having like a true exercise routine.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
sticking to it, like daily exercise is basically what it is. It's not that I'm trying to get cut. I'm not trying to do any kind of bodybuilding. And if you'd like that, that's freaking go for it, man. But for me, it's like, oh, I look forward to working my body out every single day in some way or another.
Which is so awesome. It's
It's
incredible.
pretty freaking awesome. And I didn't know I was missing out for 44 years.
So just if you guys haven't given that a shot yet, maybe just give it a little try. See what you think.
I mean, I
if
guess I played sports when I was
Yeah.
younger, but
Yeah.
it's not the same.
And it might not be your chapter yet right now, but I think that's kind of like what I've been examining, like moving into this next chapter. So Megs and I we come together. We're like, there's stuff on the horizon that we are ready to start doing. And in that, one of the things I need to do is get reaccustomed to my nutrition company that I've worked with for the last 12 years, because it's been 4 years. I mean, the second Witten was diagnosed, which I guess that's more like 30 and a half years. But right when he was diagnosed, I checked out. Like there was no way for me to check in. That was that moment in my life where it's like, this is not an option. Work is not an option. Just trying to survive is your only option.
Yeah.
And I thought that was going to go away after 3 months and after 6 months and after a year and after 2 years. I just kept waiting. I'm like, oh, I'm almost done with this. There's never an almost done. It's let's start something new in a new way that's going to be supported by your lifestyle now. So I'm getting ready and I tell my husband, I'm like, I think I need to go back to one of these big events. Like I need to go just like see what the heck's going on. See if there's any like changes in what the products are, the programs, how it's delivered, all those different things. So I'm like, I'm going to go. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he gets back from his golf trip. And he's like, darn it, dang it, ding-a-doo. I got to go to Florida for another soccer
golf
tournament.
Yeah,
there's soccer games out there.
soccer, golf, soccer.
God, it's so hard to remember. My golf clubs are packed up. So he gets ready.
It's like, I got to go to soccer.
I got my soccer balls in this golf bag. It's more convenient this way. Thank you. We love you, John Carroll.
love you.
It's so funny because I can joke about it so much because I did have to move through some different emotions in this like pity party thing that I'm talking about here, because I was like, but that's the same weekend as the event that I have. And I still have the situation with my kids where it's not like my bigs. And I feel like I do have to justify this, even though I don't have to justify shit to anybody. But from a parent standpoint, just so you know, you might have a couple kids that you get to raise quote unquote normally, and they do leave the house. They do go to grandparents' house. They do maybe have sleepovers, or they feel comfortable going to school, or they'll leave your side without freaking the fuck out. And sometimes you have other experiences in your life where you don't do that.
I was just going to say, and sometimes you don't.
No. Yep. So I've got these bitty babies who have
Which
been...
a lot of people, I think, can relate to that, and probably don't get as much support on that side because people don't understand that what it's like. Because it's like, well, just send them to their grandparents, or or get a babysitter, and it's like, no, that's not.
That one drives me nuts. Why don't you just get a sitter? And people are there's such a lack of empathy because it was done a different way, or they had kids that were raised a certain way, or just enjoyed. My bigs enjoyed going to their grandparents.
Their personality was different.
Yeah. So I'm in the situation now where these, like, my little trauma babies, and they don't even have to be trauma babies, but this happens to be the case for these guys. They have a really difficult time with me leaving them. So we've just gotten to the point where, like, Megs and I took an afternoon and went out without the babies. And at the same time, it's like, my husband calls me. I'm like, why are you calling me? Because then they hear my voice, Mom, where are you? Mom, where are you? And like, my heartstrings are hurting now. Theirs are hurting. And I think I make it worse in those situations.
I think that's just normal.
Your mom heart is just like, ugh.
I love you, baby.
I'm so sorry. I'm gone. I'll be home in 3 hours. I'm having fun.
Do you want me to just come home right now? I'm just coming home right now.
It.
It's fine.
Who cares? Not mommy doesn't. There's the pity party that starts to come in, right? Like, okay, so I just won't do it.
Can't.
Yep.
Just can't even get any time to myself.
Yep. So this is just the way it is. So I had planned an out and back on just a Saturday. I was like, I'm going to go at like 5 a.m. I'm going to come home at 11 p.m. But that means somebody's got to watch the kids 2 different nights, even though it's an out and back, because they wake. That's how where sleeping works.
Yeah,
that's how sleeping works. And now my husband's going to be gone, and they won't have sleepovers anywhere. So I'm like, I guess I just won't go. Pity party ensued. My husband's a golfer now, and he wants to go. And even though he did have to be there because he's the only other one that can be there, blah blah blah. Like, I know he's going to go golf, and I'm just like blah blah about it. And I'm sitting in my own party poop and poo party.
Poop and poo
Still wrong. You did great.
I know.
I liked it. You guys have done this before.
And I think too, it's like, that's because that's what you were choosing to focus on in that moment, which is okay. That's normal. I think that's our first reaction as human beings, even just to be like, especially I feel like in a husband, wife, or spouse situation, a partner situation where you're like, you get to and I don't.
Yeah.
And it's black and white.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, but continue.
Well, so you have to readdress things. Like, you can sit there, just like you said. So I'm focusing on one thing. And again, Cals, come on over. Everybody gather around, Cals.
Yep.
Everybody get on over here. Let's have a chat about this. Do you want to sit around and want to be pissed about this? Or do we want to look at the different other things that are going on? And because they're so easy to miss, this is just like our conversation about anxiety.
Yep.
The anxiety. We can circle back to the anxiety in a little bit here. But like, so I can choose to focus on just that piece of it and be pissed and be in my own pity party. Or I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to take this next weekend. So this is Megs and I going out last weekend. I said, hey, babe, you're in charge of the kids since you're going to be gone all week. I'm going to just go on Saturday and Sunday and get some work done. Just have some me time. And he's like, cool, great. That's his reaction, right? Like, awesome. And I'm like,
I'm going to go out for the weekend. Are you ready?
And
I'm like, cool.
Yeah. He's like, have fun. And I'm like, wait, but I'm in a pity party. Like, shouldn't we fight about this?
Yeah.
Like,
don't you want to like give me some kind of attitude or something?
Let's be angry about it. But no. Okay. So, and I don't even acknowledge anything. I'm just like, okay, so he said, cool, whatever. And then I'm like going through my weekend and literally like he's like, are you going to leave? Like, go do your stuff, whatever. I don't know what I ended up like buying, probably $200 worth of clothes I didn't need, whatever.
50,000 shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. White $6 white raw shirts that I need to take them all back now that I know I'm not going to wear them. So
it's just hard when you're out there free balling.
I was.
No kids. I could shop as long as I want to.
Yeah.
And then I could try things on today. I'm getting all of this. I'm taking all of this lot home.
Fill up my cart right now. I'm filling up my cart and I'm at the store for 2 minutes. I turn over, I see these shoes. I'm like, those look like my mom's shoes. I look up, I'm like, that looks like my mom. And I back up and I'm like, that is my mom. Mom, I'm trying to be out here on my own today. And she's like, me too.
Oh, that's cool.
It was cute. We took a picture to send to you, and then I didn't send it to you because I got distracted shopping. That what came to mind. I was like, I need to take a picture to send to Megs to tell her that I'm shopping and my mom's shopping too.
Hi, girls.
What is wrong with me? Anyways, you're welcome for our friendship.
Yep.
So I'm choosing what to focus on, and initially I'm choosing on the pity party side of it, and then I start to see all of these other things are playing in just as they could be supportive, but I'm not acknowledging them. So when I tell my one friend, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna, because you kind of just like complain about your husbands and hang out, and I wasn't really complaining about him. I was just like, I'm just not going to this event. I was going to, and she's taken my products for a long time. So she's like, why wouldn't, you should go. And I'm like, it's not really an option. The kids can't stay anywhere. And she's like, well, I could watch the kids. And my immediate reaction, I'm such a good friend. I'm like, they can't even go to your house because she's got these huge dogs. Like, you should see this bruise on her arm. Did I tell you about that?
You did. Like, he ran her into a wall or something?
Holy wall. It was wild. But I was like, the kids can't go over there back. And she's like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. She's like, we'll go to Texas with you. And I was like, what? Like, you're a friend that's just going to offer to go to Texas? I'm like, you would do that? And she's like, yeah, we'll just go. You will bring the kids, and then that way they can play in the pool, and you can just slip away to your event and come back. And even if I just go for an hour or two here or there, and my reaction is to kind of like at first, like, no, it's too much money. I'm a nuisance to her, even though even though she just offered. When people offer things, they're offering things. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to create this pity party story still, and then finally I was like, yeah. Let's just take a look at it and see what we could do. So long story, really long. You guys are welcome for joining us for this segment. We end up planning this trip for me to go back and get refamiliarized with our nutrition company so we can create this idea, like this passion, bring it to you guys where we can really support people with their ultimate joy, confidence, and happiness. But I had to step outside of my pity party ways. I had to have some talks with myself. I had to readjust my focus on where it was. And I had to say yes to someone who was offering to help instead of thinking that, like, again, it's a pity thing. Like, oh, they have to help me because whatever's going on. It wasn't. Yeah. I could create that or I could not create that.
Exactly. Same. This is something we've talked about before. What is the narrative that you're telling yourself? Because whatever that narrative is what's going to be happening in your life. So if you want to say, I can't do this, it's too hard, Becky can't help. Did we say Becky's name already? Sorry.
Hey, Beck. Oh, she don't care. She don't care. None.
I'm not going to be able to go. My husband is doing all the things that he wants to do, and I can't do any. I mean, these are the narratives that you could be just continuing to tell yourself. And guess what? Then they become, that's what they are. Right. But if you're like, my really great friend who I love that I get to go spend a weekend with now in a new place, in a new setting, while I'm getting hyped up about relearning, reintroducing myself, going to see a bunch of old friends that I haven't seen in forever. And my kids are going to have a great time actually, because her kids are coming and now they're going to be swimming and they love swimming. And they'll be able to handle these in and out mom moments where you get to do you, they get to have a good time. And I mean, what an amazing, new way to embrace what was once not even a thought or an idea or a doable thing for you. And
this
now you're
creative solution.
What?
Yeah. And we have this opportunity. Yeah, it's gonna be just the best time. And then we've got friends that are gonna meet us because we're like, why stop there? Who lives in Texas? Come visit us. Come on, all the ladies. And it is, like Megan was saying, this is one of the only situations where I could see my kids being able to cope at this time in this little chapter of our lives where they can't handle mom leaving for just 2 hours because they're at the pool with friends. So it really is a creative solution. And sometimes, stepping into that next chapter or figuring out our joy or our happiness isn't that easy, but there is a solution if we just try to look at it a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a great encouragement for all of us just to think about what's something I'm hung up on? Like, where am I choosing to be a little bit in a pity party right now instead of thinking, are there creative solutions that we could dive into?
Right. And I mean, it can all start with you just talking shit about your husband to your friends.
If you do, get on a mic first.
Right. Well, and we've talked about this too, but it has been proven that when you do speak out into things, it's not talking shit. You really are just trying to maybe get solutions without even knowing you're trying to get solutions, or
Right.
get other ideas, or get some sympathy, because we just need to vent things sometimes. That's
Yeah.
just human nature. And when you have those close humans to you that you know that that's a safe space to do so, that's an important thing in your life. So I was just making a joke, but still, like, sometimes when you just start to talk things out with the people that you love and trust and admire, and you know, want to pick their brain a little bit about those
Yeah.
things, you just start talking things out.
And
then
having friends who are positive and forward moving in their worlds, like, what a beautiful support. Because like this is how the conversation went. I was basically like, yeah, it looks like John's going to actually be out of town because he's got another soccer tournament. Blah, I probably did that, like, just like to be funny. And I was like, so it's just not my time yet. That's what I said. I said, you know, maybe next year I'll go back into it, but it's okay. And she was just like, she could have been like, oh yeah, what a real D-bag. You can't go, you know, but instead she was like,
yep, wait a year.
Yep. Yeah. Looks like you don't get to do anything for 365 more days, like, because of one thing. Right. And that felt comfortable to me because it was the truth. That was the reality for so many times where I thought it was my time and then it wasn't. But I can feel that it's different this time. And having the friend who is going to be like, do we want to try to think of some different solutions, or how could we look at things differently? They're like, them offering that perspective, which you don't always want. Sometimes you do just want the sounding board. But I love having people in my life who are going to choose to either listen or to support instead of to bag whatever I have going on. Like, I'm already bagging enough. You don't got to bag it with me.
Yeah, my pity party is full.
Yeah,
I don't need anyone else
There
there.
are so many cows over here. Dude, this baby's busting. There's so many cows up in my business.
That's my rave music, just so you know.
You put a snort in it?
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Listen to this. I liked it. Hey,
So if you need me for your party,
Yeah.
I can DJ anytime.
we have a soundboard right here,
Yeah.
so it's too far away though. We can't. So what that was making me think of, Megs, is similarly for you, your hubby started sending you a couple little like reels and stuff.
Yeah, he's just trying to push me into a place of, I think that he's ready for me to start making some money.
She was like, gonna try to say it a certain way, and then she was like, no, this is actually the
This is what it
reality.
is. Yeah. And I mean, we are in a place that I need to probably start bringing in some income too. And he's killing it at his job and things are going great there. But it's like the way that we want to live our life, I need to start making some money.
They do like to have fun. I don't know.
We like to have a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
we're just like, and everything is working out, but you know, we like to have more fun and feel less stressed about it.
Yeah. And then,
so,
yeah, and you think about that, like, it's just like little things, like a reel about like transcribing at night. Like, you know, where you just like, you open your phone, like, hey, did you know you can make an extra? Like,
just by 1 hour a day.
thank you for that
yeah.
notice.
And I know that he's trying to do it in a supportive way, and how he's still just trying to be like, listen, you don't need to like hop back on that workforce, but maybe at night when you're not sleeping,
because you don't.
you want to transcribe some things for some people.
By transcribing, they mean she could be a 900 number lady. I'm gonna do.
Welcome to my 900 number. I'm going to sing you some songs.
Baby got back in it. Yeah. So I think what that did for Megan was similarly just opened up a door to think about things differently. It's like, okay, I don't really want to transcribe things, but
I definitely don't want to go back to work.
I don't want to be back to a 9 to 5, because
9 to
this
5,
9
yeah.
to 10 is like, I got my 9 to 10.
Yeah,
You're
and
crushing
I
that.
don't think anyone. I mean, Johnny doesn't want me. We're in a great space the way it's at, but yeah. So it did put my mind in a space where I'm like, okay, where do? First of all, if I'm going to jump back into something, it's not going to be transcription, because that's just not where my heart is, and that's not. I have no passion for that, and that's. I mean, if I could, I guess if I needed money, I could just do something like that. But it's like, where can I get excited about doing something and want to contribute into the world, my family, the people around me, my friends, my own external family. Like, how can I help in that way? And this was like speaking my language.
So it opened up the door for conversation between us to be like, okay, this is we're getting ready to embark on this new chapter that's going to be, we're not going to know exactly what's going to happen. It could be a little scary. There's going to be a lot of new learning, a lot of work effort that's put into it while we still get to check ourselves in our number one role as parents and not throw a pity party all the while that it's not moving as fast as we want or growing as fast as we want, or that we're like, I think really grounding ourselves in not wanting to be working when we're with the kids and not wanting to be with the kids when we're working, like figuring out how we can do this a different way, which is so cool because as an entrepreneur of 20 years and having babies when I was an entrepreneur before, when Megs and I sat down to talk, I was like, okay, so here's the thing. Like, I know what I want. I know what's been successful before, and I know how I want things to look different this time around. Like, I know what's going to make the world of difference in my happiness and joy in the journey. And again, like you said, if I had to go transcribe, I would, if I needed to, but there are so many different options of finding a way to serve the world in your greatest light. And, we get to turn down the pity party and then just like shine into that. So we're gonna turn it to 11. These go to 11, and
Turn
those
down
go
that
down
pity party,
and
turn up the shine.
Bam. So we're really excited. It's just like looking at what this next chapter is going to be for us, and just starting to root ourselves in. This doesn't mean we're gonna be like coming on hot talking about those things with you guys, but we do get to start revisiting these programs and ways to support people in light and love, and then try something new ourselves.
Yeah, I'm
together.
Together. Because why wouldn't we want to do it together? Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. So, I mean, like she said, these are two separate things for us to be doing, and don't worry, this ain't going away. We're still going to be on these mics talking about all kinds of stuff. But,
you said it best, though. I have to say this is because when I was like, Megs, is this really what you're interested in? Because working for yourself and working from home and creating programs and stuff, it's not easy work. It's not. Working for a network marketing company is not easy work. It's all very full of light and love, and it's powerful, but it's not easy. So I was like, do you want to learn all these things? And her response was, she's like, Cal, the Mature-ish Mamas brand, like who we're talking to, like all of you guys, is such a passion for us. And it's like, I never felt this, I want to say proud in a, like, not that there's like proud in a bad way and proud in a good way, but like proud and joyful about my demographic as I do right now. Like when I was in my like late 20s or my early 30s, I'm like, I'm in my late 20s, I'm in my early 30s. But now it's like, we're 40-year-old moms, and we lived the 1900s. Like that to me is like so special that we can speak to and from that. And a lot of you moms feel that same way, but like the niche that we get to speak to and be with, I feel like both of us are really leaning into that.
I agree. We got like this cool girl gang going on.
Our squad, our mom
like,
squad
it's
is
our
like
squad. And I feel it, and it's like awesome. It does feel really, really connected and a really, really cool community to be a part of. So
yeah. And if you are listening to this and you're like, man, I kind of like, I'm more interested, like what would it be like to be a part of the squad? That is our intention. Now it is going to take us, we don't even want to put a timeline on it because we're just going to put like a schedule together, but let's say it takes us 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. I'm not really sure. So we're going to be building this, but the intention is to have our squad where we're able to come together and all create this ability to serve joy, to serve confidence, to support people with their ultimate happiness and lifestyle while providing a lucrative business model to support us, you, your families. So if that sounds like something that's intriguing to you, then reach out to us. By the way, we had no fucking clue what we were going to talk about today, and here we're just talking about this. Do you like that? I was like,
that's how it always goes.
We're not even going to like declare a subject today, but this is just where it went, and I feel like it's just right.
No, we had a subject.
Oh,
do you remember? You left me a voice memo that told me your whole story about the subject that you wanted to talk about today.
We're not doing that.
And we're not doing that.
We're 40 minutes in. We are not doing that today. Sorry about that.
Which we'll do another day. So don't worry. No FOMO. Don't worry. It's coming out. But this is what needed to be talked about today.
Yeah, there we are.
So,
Yep, because I'm getting on a plane with bunches of babies tomorrow going to the embassy suites. Nobody knows I'm coming.
I know, it's so cool.
It's gonna be the best because I just gonna give all these humans hugs that I haven't seen for like 4 años, as I said. So,
and I do think too, going to these types of events, it just supports you and gets you excited again.
yeah.
You know, because everyone around you, there's an excitement, there's an energy there that you get to bring home now, and then you can pour that energy into me because I can't go.
Because I can, but maybe next one. And I think maybe just for all of you, if you haven't attended some sort of conference or workshop or personal development, like anything like that, I strongly recommend it. Like getting to go into a space where, I mean, basically there's speakers, show up. Like the majority of the different things, like you can have different like workshops where there's multiple speakers coming in, and some people are like, oh, I don't want to spend $80 on that ticket or whatever it is. So valuable to put yourself in a space of other people who are choosing to want to get better. Like they don't even have to be in a good space. Some people are probably in a really shitty space who are choosing to attend those events.
Right.
But they've already told the universe by paying for that ticket that they want to improve their lives.
This is an investment in yourself.
Yeah.
In you.
Yeah.
And that's just change the narrative again. Like say this $80, you're not paying $80 for a ticket. You're paying $80 into a better you.
Yeah.
Which like I would pay $80 5 times.
Five times. She would
5
do
times
that.
only though. 5.
Yeah.
So I got to pick which ones I'm going to do.
That's all you got. So do you want to see Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins, or 15 other people that don't cost that
Anyone
much?
from the Robbins family.
Hey, Robbins, we're coming in hot. I think it's Anthony Robbins now, but
Yeah.
not Tony Robbins. So get it together.
He's grown.
Well, so have I. I went from Caley to Cal. And I feel good about somebody posted on our TikTok, like, hey, I didn't know that was Cal's son. And I was like, oh, they call me Cal.
They called you Cal.
It made my heart feel so good.
I love that.
Megs and Cal.
Makes him count.
Here we are. So, guys, thanks for joining us for Not the Subject of the Day. We'll get to that next time. You guys are beautiful.
You are beautiful. Thanks for joining us today on this journey together the whole time. All of it from the start to now. And no one's surprised, right? Just put a thumbs up in the comments if you're surprised. If you're not surprised, if you're not surprised.
And if you're confused, put a thumbs up because that sounds more correct. In arrears, you're welcome.
In arrears.
In arrears. We love you guys.
We love your guts.
We see you next Tuesday, babes.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
Thanks for joining, and don't forget to subscribe and, of course, share with your friends. Guys, that's how we impact more lives. All right, see you next time.
We call them babes.
Babes.
Beaggressive. Do you know how many times I've used the word babe in my life?
How many?
It's when I watched the movie Babe.
Oh, hip hop and you don't stop.
Touch of the song, Tourette's. Can you beatbox?
I'm having a hard time getting my body comfortable today.
You try it. Let's try
That
it.
was pretty good.
Mary J. Yes, girl. She's like, whoop, badass. Whoop. And she's like 75 at the time. I'm going to make you some BLTs.
Ooh, yeah. That sounds awesome.